I need to wipe my face. You man don't care. You man don't care. I need to wipe my face. I'll be right back.
I can't breathe.
I can't be right fucking back. I can't. Where's the tissue?
Oh my God. All right. Monday.
Fun day.
Let's go, guys. You're back with your boys, James and Fuhad. Keep it government today. Keep it government today. We love you guys. We hope you're having a good Monday.
Yeah, man.
The chirping in the comments is now becoming a fluid, organic,
week on week basis.
Basis. I don't know who's nutted from it yet, if anyone.
Yeah.
Guys, just keep on pressing it, okay?
Yeah, man.
Press the issue. And yeah, man, breeding grounds, chirps a ting in the comments, enjoy life, live lavish. It's a vibe. And yeah, man, if you're watching on YouTube, you already know what to do. Snuggle on over to that notification bell, 2 fingers of death, click on that subscribe button, like, chirps a ting in the comments. And if you're listening, guys, on your Monday morning commute, Monday evening commute, Tuesday morning commute, whatever you're doing, get the time, pull up on the side of the road and leave us a nice review. Make sure you're subscribing and you get the automatic downloads.
Okay.
And last but not least, guys, if you are one of the many who are binging through the episodes, you're waiting for the next one and you can't be asked to wait till next Monday, come on over to Patreon. It's patreon.com/ShxtsnGigs.
Yeah, man.
And then you're going to get yourself an extra episode every Thursday. It's going to cost you minimal amounts of money. You're talking £3 every 30 days. That's 10p a day if you ain't got that quick maths. 10 pence a day for some extra content, guys.
Yeah,
you get the showman over here on the YouTube. We play it up, we laugh it up. Backstage, you get the real James and Fuegs.
Yeah, man. We speak. We just talk.
We speak on Patreon. We get deep from the heart on
Yeah,
Patreon.
man.
We always have a good time. So if you're only here for SNG, stay here. If you want the real James and Fuhad, come on over to Patreon.
Yeah, man.
We've got a community over there, and it's always a good time. And I think that's about it.
So as you started off the episode, you were speaking about government. You said, "Oh, we're going to use our government names today, James and Fuhad."
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just reminded me of something that I saw on socials the other day. So UAE, i.e. the United Arab Emirates, government announces a 4.5 day working week. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
So new systems to apply in, this is the fun fact, by the way, new systems to apply in federal governing cities, eight working hour days on Monday to Thursday from 7:30 to 3:30, and a 4.5 working hour days on a Friday, 7:30 to 12. Obviously, because it's a Muslim country, Friday sermons and prayers will be held at 1:15 all year long in UAE. Possibility of flexible working hours and working from home optional on Fridays. Longer weekends to boost productivity and improve work-life balance. And this all starts on the 1st of January 2022.
Jealous, bro. I say I'm jealous. I don't work a 9 to 5, so it means nothing to me.
But in context,
I will be very jealous.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean, because this is something I'm pretty sure Jeremy Corbyn was trying to do, or was trying to push if he became Prime Minister. He wanted to definitely do a 4-day working week. And apparently when he suggested it in the first place, people laughed at him. This was pre-COVID.
Oh.
He suggested this pre-COVID. I could be wrong, but I believe this is what I read. So he announced this pre-COVID, people laughed at him, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But obviously during COVID, everyone started to realize, the job I'm doing isn't what I really want to do, because I've got all the time in the world, and let me figure out how else I can make P, or what else can make me happy, and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, the more and more people slowly starting to go back to work, especially office-based work, you're thinking, fuck, this is...
What am I doing
This
here?
is too sedentary for me. I don't like it here. I don't want to be sitting down typing all the time.
Fam is dead.
And then the 4-day week, then I think either Boris or someone else vocalized another 4-day week thing, but it was obviously a replica of what Jeremy said. But Jeremy got brushed under the rug, whereas I think it was Boris that said it. 4-day week, blah blah blah. Obviously, it didn't pan out, but it was like, why is it relevant now that you're saying it? But when Jeremy said it before COVID, it was like, you get laughed at. But
yeah.
But anyway, 4-day week, 4 4.5 day week working week in Dubai started in 1st of January, sorry.
That will 100% increase productivity.
Oh, productivity, lifestyle, happiness, so much more, man. So much more. I feel like it's so under our day-to-day lives and our day-to-day like moods and morale is so underrated when it comes to work.
Oh, fam.
Okay, that's a lie. Let me not say it's so underrated, but it's taken, what's the word I'm looking for? It's second best.
Yeah.
It's second best to whatever the business in you work in.
Yeah, 100%.
It's always second best, even though we try our best to make morale a number one thing, especially in things like hospitality, when it comes to actually groups of people working together to achieve one thing. Whereas when you worked in sales, your sale didn't affect Donny's sale next to you. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So it's a very different dynamic. Whereas obviously in hospitality, you all have to work together to make this thing achievable. So I can understand the narrative of pushing the morale boosting in those kind of businesses as opposed to more of your businesses. But within the same breath, if, for example, all hospitality venues closed on a Sunday, people would breathe. People would breathe and be happy.
I bet.
Because Saturday, in any hospitality business, regardless of the industry, regardless of the name of the brand, Saturday will always be your busiest day because it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
And no one wants to work on a Sunday, especially after working a Saturday.
Yeah,
no human wants
sounds
to
like
do
hell,
that.
fam. I'm not doing that.
No human wants to do that. I've hated it for so long. For so long. But I still do it anyway. And it's nothing to do with the companies I've worked for. It's just I hate doing it.
Yeah,
and
bro.
It's just life. It's just a fact.
But yeah, man, they could have... I'm a strong believer of like between 4 and 6 hour shifts, period. Not even just a 4.5 working day. Give me 4 hour shifts, period, bro. Because like, if anyone who's worked in the office will know that like, no one's busy for the 8 hours that you're there. You're chilling for time, fam. Just like you can, in most office jobs, you can compress the stuff across the 8 hours. If you were working hard for 4, like a solid, I don't even know, like, or even 4.5, like 2 hours solid, take half an hour break and then another 2 hours solid and go home. Bro, I'll be the most productive person ever. I'll be the most productive person ever. You can do that. When it's 8 hours, you're there all fucking day. First thing in the morning until like, excuse me.
Bless.
First thing in the morning until 5 o'clock at night. And you're just like, big man. For a lot of this time, as soon as I used to come back from lunch, we've said it before, I wanted to kip, fam.
Not my neck was rocking, bro. My neck used to rock in Deloitte.
Fam, as soon as I came back from lunch, I was done, bro. I was thinking, you're lucky to get one email out of me today. Every single day after lunch, bro.
I wanted to hide in the disabled.
Fam, if I got in there at 9, worked solidly till 11, took a half an hour break, and then worked from 11 or even fucking 8 until 10, and then 10:30 till fucking 1:30, whatever, bro, or 12:30. I will be productive. Done in time for lunch, bro. Hella productive, and then you just get a second shift in for like you get half the people, half of them in there for the morning, half of them in there for the evening.
Right, yeah.
Ain't costing anyone any extra. You pay them the same wage, and then you're open for the same hours or whatever. And you're just productive, bro. Everyone in there's ready. Bang, 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 bang. You're chilling.
Because you've either had to lie in or you can either leave early. It's
Yeah, bro. You either leaving early or you've had a fat lie-in and you're only there for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Bro, chilling. And the thing is as well is like in cases where that's perfect scenario for people who just do office jobs that don't like require like a select amount of teamwork or select amount of this or that. Like whereas like you said for sales, for example, because you make commission on those sales and your time there has a direct correlation to the money that you make. So if I'm doing a 4 hour day, there's another 4 hours in that day that there's people I'm not seeing. There's people that I'm not speaking to. There's sales that I'm not making in those 4 hours that I'm not there. And that's going to have a direct reflection on my paycheck. So for sales and stuff like that, it's different because when your time is directly correlated to your money, then I can choose to go in for 4 hours if I'm happy to make £1,100 a month, which a lot of people aren't. So if I want to be making 2.5 grand a month, I can choose to be there for 8 hours. And then you still feel satisfied with that because
you're
I'm here
reaping the
because I want to
rewards.
be here because I want to make more money.
Yeah.
So that's how they used to make us, because obviously we live in fucking England. They used to make you do 8 hours anyway. But fam, sometimes, most of the time, I would be chilling in there, and I would do my rotated shifts from, let's say I'm working Monday to Friday. I would do my 8 hours in there. For most of the day, bro, I was fucking chilling. Me and the boys would just make up games and would just fuck around for hours, bro.
Yeah.
There's times that me and my boy would just play squash on the office wall. He would have a squash racket, I would have a squash racket. He'd sat on that side of the office, I sat on this side of the office, and the wall there, and we would just smack the ball to one another and just play squash on. We were bored, fam, because we couldn't be bothered. Because we're here for 8 hours for no reason.
Yeah, okay.
Whereas then, even though I've worked Monday to Friday, my manager could text me on a Saturday and say, oh, there's a family here that you've been talking to. They want to sign up, da-da-da-da. If you want to make this commission, you're going to need to come in and sign them up. And I would drive all the way to Milton Keynes to make this money. And that's my day off.
Yeah.
So if I didn't have a rota, or if I only had to be there for 3-4 hours a day, mandatory, and for the rest of the day, or the rest of the time, I can design my own rota around that, and it directly correlates how much money I'm making, then I'm going to be there more anyway. Plus, I'm feeling more motivated because I feel like I'm here because I want to be, not because I have to be. Whereas when you feel like you're there because, well, when you know you're there because you have to be there, bro, I'll just sit and spin in my chair.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, this is pointless. I don't want to be here. Yeah, I reckon a lot of companies could benefit from like a 6-hour work day or a 4-day week or something like that, bro, because fucking hell.
I completely agree, man.
Those mandatory hours, so
Tough.
boring, so dead.
Yeah.
So boring, so dead.
Man said he played squash, you know, at work.
Fam, we used to do the most amount of bullshit.
That's wild to me, James.
Fam, we'd play
Wild to
games in the office. We'd play games and not do anything. We'd play catch. We'd just play basketballs. One time my boss brought a pinata in and we would just start smacking up this pinata.
Where's your boss at?
She was there.
Whilst you man are playing squash, she's there.
Yeah, a lot of the time. Sometimes she wasn't, but obviously there's a small team, so she has to have days off as well because you work weekends in that job.
Okay.
Some days you're off in the week. You're like, so sometimes there would be there'd be no manager. It would just be me and one other guy or two other guys, and my manager would be off. So yeah, we'd be fucking around, bro. And obviously you've got minimum KPIs that you have to hit. So for example, you had to make at the time, I don't know what it is now. You had to make 18 completed calls. So you had to speak to 18 different people every day. If you really, really want to, you can get that done in an hour. Or you can do 4 1 hour, take an hour off, 4 another hour, take an hour off. I'm there for 8 hours and get 18 done across 8 hours. That being said, once you start fucking around, you'll be surprised how fast the time goes.
Of course.
And then you'll check at the end of the day and you've done 3 calls and you've got half an hour left of your shift. Fam, you're just there making shit up. But it's so weird. I haven't worked there for years, and I'm still nervous about saying that I used to do that there. So stupid. But I would make shit up. And be like, this person did this. They told them this is lies, lies that can never come back to you. You'd have to say that you spoke to them, but for whatever reason they couldn't speak to you because they were dropping their kid off at school or something like that. But you couldn't say you had like a good call because if that comes back, because they could walk in the next day and then someone could be like, oh, you spoke to James on Wednesday, and they'll be like, who the fuck is James? What are you talking about? It could get bad. And your notes have details.
You got reports and records. It's recorded.
So yeah, back in them days, you'd have to fluff it. But we used to do nothing, bro. But I'd still come in on my days off if it was worth it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they give you a rota there. They should basically say like, bro, you need to hit your target to keep your job. Anything over that is your business. You have to be here between the hours of 10 and 2. Or you have to be in here between the hours of, or we need someone in the office between these hours, and you'll be rotated on for 2-3 hours at a time to make sure there's always someone here.
In the office,
But apart from that, do what the fuck you want. And I would have been there 8 hours a day probably anyway. But I would feel more motivated because I'm here because I want to be here. And then the rest of the man that just have to be in the office, just make sure the hours are covered and chill. Fucking chill. I don't know.
I like the sound of that.
I don't fucking know, bro. But I just feel like, especially post-COVID, a lot of people will be more happy with either a 4-day week or shorter days.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Obviously, this will never work in hospitality, but in like office-based jobs, 100%. Well, I say hospitality, it could work in hospitality if they close on a Sunday. And I feel like everyone should just, not necessarily everyone should close on Sunday because people like to go out for food and stuff.
I was going to say, you
order
literally
food.
just said Sundays are busy.
Yeah. Sundays.
So your company's going to lose money if they close on a Sunday.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily affect me.
Yeah, I know, but
You know what I mean?
I know, but what I'm saying is in order to say they should do something, it has to benefit anyone. It has to benefit the company as well as benefit you.
I know. Don't get me wrong. Sundays are busy, but it's also sometimes it's only very busy because of the certain periods we're in. I.e. December, Christmas period, or it could be like a Valentine's weekend, or it could be a specific thing like not necessarily park life, because if park life is happening, we're quiet because everyone's gone to park life. But certain things could be happening.
Oh, so say if they only open Sundays in like December and April or something.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Where it's more relevant and you can maximize the reason why you're open for these amount of times. It would make sense. But yes, of course, the company will lose. Of course, every business will lose money if you cut certain things. Of course.
Yeah.
But within the same breath, like, this whole conversation started because of morale.
True.
You know?
If you want morale up,
want morale up, like, people will be happy to work for you all day Saturday knowing they've got their Sunday off. I wouldn't
100%.
I wouldn't care what shift I've got on a Saturday, knowing I've always got Sunday off and then be fresh from Monday to come and record. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I would not care what shift I do on a Saturday. Wouldn't care in the slightest. And that's how I felt when I used to work at Grill on the Market in London, because we were always closed on a Sunday because we just weren't open because of the location we were at. It was too close to so many businesses that obviously businesses are closed on a weekend, so we're not going to have customers on a weekend. Well, on a Sunday, really. Saturdays were open because it's a Saturday, you have to open, whatever it is where it was. And some Saturdays were quiet. Some Saturdays were fucking rammed, so it was always a 50-50. So it's one of them ones, but Sundays, always closed. And it was great for morale.
Guys, stop what you're doing there. We need to shed some love on our boys over at Manscaped, okay? So guys, as we know, it's the holiday season. That means there are stockings to be stuffed and elves to be cuffed. Stockings to be stuffed and elves to be cuffed. Let's go.
Yeah, man, you already know the vibes.
You already know what it is.
You already know what that means.
Today's sponsor, Manscaped. They've gone global with the tools to guarantee you will score under the tree and the mistletoe. Let's go. Manscaped is the leader. We're talking global leader in men's below-the-waist grooming. And they've served more than 4 million men worldwide.
It's doubled now.
It's doubled
That's
up.
doubled now.
They used to be posting up 2. It's 4 now.
It's 4 now.
Are we directly responsible? I can't say that for a fact.
Who knows?
Second biggest podcast in the world has sent them double.
It's plausible.
It's plausible. I'm not gonna push that narrative, but hey, guys, do the math.
Yeah.
And if my math's correct, that's almost 8 million balls. 8 million balls have been served by your boys over at Manscaped. So if you want to join the party, if you get FOMO like I do, if you want to have a proper Christmas and you want to stuff some stockings and cuff some elves, get 20% off and free shipping from your boys at manscaped.com. All you need to do is put in the code SNG.
Sierra November Golf.
Thank you, sir. And you get yourself that discount and free shipping. That's manscaped.com. The code is SNG. Pause the video, go over there right now and collect your goods just in time for Christmas, guys. With nothing else, let's go back to the episode. Let's leave it there and go back to the episode.
Gang. It was so great for morale, but not all businesses do that.
Bro, morale
depends on the location.
The company I work for now, the PT, that I do my shifts. When I used to work for them properly, back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
There was a small period of time where morale was up, fam. So there used to be, so basically the way the format works is you'd always work split shifts. So you'd work the morning and you'd work the afternoon.
Yeah.
So you'd work from fucking like 7:30 in the morning till like 12.
Yeah.
Then you have a break from 12 till 4, and then you'd be back on at 4:30 till like 8 or 8:30.
That make me want to murder someone.
Oh, bro, it was deadly. It was deadly. But then they turned around and were like, and that was Monday to Saturday. So you do a half a day Saturday morning. So you're doing 5.5 days a week. So they changed it. I'm like, cool, this is how we're going to change it. Like if you're working the Saturday, you get like Wednesday off.
Okay.
And then on top of that, because obviously being a PT company and they like to have everything across the board, all the different gyms, when you're training your clients, you like to have like a set plan for everyone. And obviously you make your individual changes depending on the client. But the plan for the day is this plan for the day.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of admin to get that done for the whole week. So what they would do is one trainer so it would be one morning for a week. So let's say we had however many trainers. You would have one morning off to work from home and do these admin tasks.
Okay.
So you'll do the programming for that week. For that morning.
Yeah.
So every week, all of a sudden you've gone from working split shifts to now you've either got a Saturday off, or if you're working Saturday, you've got like a Wednesday off. So that you've got an extra day off for the same amount of P, and one morning every week you're working from home. So you can have a lay-in, you can get up, get the work done. As long as you get the work done before your shift starts in the afternoon at 4:30, you're chill, do what you want. They would never check in on you. Just do what the fuck you want. You just wake up, do your work, and then turn up. And as long as the work is done to a high standard, then there's no issues. Bro, when they made those changes, because they made those 2 changes at once, the morale went through the fucking roof.
I can imagine.
Everyone was productive.
I can imagine.
No one was calling in sick. Nothing was. Everyone was fucking there because it actually felt like these men are giving me something here. Like I'm going to give back. But when you feel like they just take, nah, I'm taken. I'm taken.
literally, bro. As soon as you said call in sick, bro, that's a constant trend in hospitality.
Oh, I bet it is.
Especially after, like I said, Saturday to Sunday.
Yeah.
No one wants to be there on a Sunday, brother. No one.
Bro, that's the same. When I used to PT at another place back in the day, after the Christmas party, no one was showing up. No one was showing up. But it's another one of them things. It's like, people like the managers used to get so pissed off, bro. I remember ringing in after one Christmas party. I remember ringing in to say, well, obviously it was a Christmas party the day before. I rang in the next day to call in sick, and the manager was like, "James, you're the 3rd person to call in sick. The next person to call in sick is getting sacked. So spread the word, because the next person that I pick up this phone to is getting sacked." And I was thinking, that's not my problem. I was thinking, I'm happy I wasn't the 4th.
God said I should call now.
Fam, God said call in now. Her name was Laura. She was jokes, but fam, she was fed up that day. Said next person to call in sick is getting sacked. I was thinking fair play.
Spread the word. I love that.
Bro, but that was a perfect example of, we want you to come in after the Christmas party. Don't call in sick or whatever. But everyone else was like, why wouldn't I? What do you ever do for me? Like literally, what do you do for me? Nothing. All you do is take from me. You make me work. Always ask me to work overtime. Always ask me to help. Always taking like my days off from me. Asking me to come in on this. And what the fuck do you ever do for me? Nothing. So when push comes to shove and I want to pull a sickie because I'm hungover, you best believe I'm pulling a sickie. I'm not coming in because you do fuck all for me. But when a company gives and gives and gives, you want to give back.
Give back, of course, because you believe in the company. You
don't
even necessarily believe in what they're trying to sell. You just necessarily believe in how they treat other people.
The culture.
The give and take. That's what it's all about, you know. It's tough. Morale is a big thing in any industry, man. Any industry. You have to make sure your staff are looked after.
Oh, bro.
And it's tough as a manager because for me, even though my morale is up and down depending on the day, depending on how much I've slept or whatever my mood is, I have to try and make sure my staff members are okay. Which is annoying because it's like they reap all the rewards from the hard work we put in. Yes, don't get me wrong. They put in 10 times more hard work because they're the ones serving the guests. Like the chefs are cooking the food, blah, blah, blah. It's easy to say as a manager that I'm not putting in hard work, even though I am. But within the same breath, they will never have to do a close. They will never have to do an open. They will never have to understand what it's like to stay after everything's closed, like, you know, counting the cash and all these little things coming in on your day off, coming in to do this, coming in to do that. And it's like, yes, it's knowledge for me to make my day better, but it doesn't change my wage at the end of the month.
Yeah, bro.
So everything you're telling me to do, yes, I can understand it might help me this month or help us this month or whatever. It's not really a morale booster, you know? Like, let's take December aside, because December is the busiest month in any hospitality business, and that's where you're most likely going to make the most money and bonuses and blah, blah, blah. Let's take a random month. Like, it's still, if you're putting in the same work and still asking us to do this and asking us to do that, we're not gaining anything from it. As a manager, you're not gaining anything from it. Like, the staff might gain something from it every day because the staff get the tips. The staff get to have a half day. You can do an 11-6 and dip. You can do a full close and have the morning off. Like, big man, I'm coming in at 11. I'm not leaving till 11. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. I'm exactly the same. That's how I used to feel with that office job that I told you about. Obviously, when I was working in the sales job, like you said, anything extra they asked me to do could potentially have a benefit to my paycheck. So I'd be willing to do it because it means I could get paid more money. Whereas on the office job that I worked a couple of years ago, before I quit that to do this, bro, all the time we'll be like, oh, we're behind on targets, guys. Like, for the next like 4 hours, if you could just like wrap up whatever you're doing, I'm going to give you this task. And they basically want you to kill yourself to get back up to where they should be on like the KPIs and all this stuff. Like, we need to be here by the end of today. Like, finish whatever you're doing and get on this task and like, let's crush it. And they'll push you. And they're like, cool. And at the end of the day, they're just like, yes, guys, we did it. It's like, that means fuck all to me.
It literally means fuck all to me.
It means fuck all to me because I get paid salary. So you're killing me for the rest of the day. And at the end of the day, I think the narrative is slightly different because in that aspect, it will be the managers who get rewarded for that. When the managers get the staff to do all the extra work to get back on target, when the month ends and we're on target, the managers get a bonus. The staff get nothing. And it's the staff that do all the work. Whereas that's the opposite for you. Is that the staff will get the tips, the staff will get more money, the staff will get overtime, whereas you do all the extra stuff and you get nothing. That's exactly how it is, but in the opposite side of an office is where like the ground workers do all the extra work, get fuck all for it, the managers get the bonuses every month because we're on target.
It's bullshit.
Bro,
bullshit
it was hell.
Both ways,
Fam? And then eventually, after about 6 months, once I clocked it, because I'd come from sales to that, and I clocked like, bro, I felt like I was in the Matrix. Because I was saying to my mate, like, bro, why are we doing this? He'd be like, obviously to hit target and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, but why though? Yeah. Because if we're off target, what does it mean to me? Nothing. If we're on target, what does it mean to me? Nothing. The only difference is I work really, really hard in one aspect, or I chill in the other aspect, and I'm still here for 8 hours, and I'm still getting paid the same. So I can either chill and work 9 to 5, or I can work really hard for 9 to 5. I'd rather chill. Because at the end of the day, it means fuck all to my paycheck. It means fuck all to my headspace. It means fuck all to nothing. Why would I work hard for no reason? It doesn't make any sense. But no one really thinks of it that way. It's just like, oh, boss said I have to do it, so I'll do it. Nah, G. If I'm working hard, and I always relate it to this now. I always relate if you asked me, like, James, I really need you to do this thing for the pod, or we really need to do this thing for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's going to take us like 6 hours every day from Thursday, Friday, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. It's going to be so much more extra work than we're used to. I know on the back of it, you got money for whatever you're asking me to do is going to significantly affect me, because there's no way you can make me work 8 hours a day for 3 days, which is nothing in the normal working life. But on this, and not tell me that it's going to give me X amount extra every month. It definitely will. There's no conceivable reason why it wouldn't.
I wouldn't even bring it to the table otherwise.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but in the office space, it doesn't mean like that. They just care about how much money the company makes. The company needs to make more P, which means nothing to me. And their reward to you is you get to keep your job.
This whole thing is the Matrix.
Fam, you say, what's in it for me? You get to eat tonight. That's what's in it for you. Oh, it makes me want to punch someone.
Oh, my days, bro. It's it's tough, man.
Bro, yeah, it's
very tough.
It's real harsh. You said you had a Twitter thread, innit?
Yeah, for more lighthearted stuff.
Yeah.
So I've said before, Twitter is the funniest place on earth.
Yeah, I'm slowly learning that actually is.
Twitter is the funniest place on earth.
Fam, like before you get into it, Jacob sent me a tweet earlier. I haven't laughed that hard in a very, very long time. It was.
Please send it to me. I'll show me.
I'll show you. We might have to get Ellis to block out the music.
Okay.
Just for copyright reasons.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a bit of a jerk trend coming back around.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Not. I've seen one jerk video.
But yeah, there's a bit of a jerk trend coming around, and he sent me this.
Okay, no, I've definitely not seen this. And let me see it closely.
So watch the video. Tell me when you finish watching the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And now I'll read what the caption says. One guy replied, "This is how the Hunter examiner was running in the first Hunter exam."
That's exactly how he was running. Into the mist.
Fam?
Into the mist. That's exactly how he was running.
When he sent me that this afternoon, I was in tears, bro. In tears.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Funniest thing. And I said, bro, The general public are the funniest comedians of all time.
Of all time, bro.
The comparisons people make sometimes are hilarious, bro. Fucking hell.
Right. Thank you for that, bro. That was hilarious. Right. So time for someone tweeted time for another Hall of Fame tweet, and there's bagger quote tweets and bagger likes. So I'm going to read some of the replies. They're fucking hilarious. I'll start with something light. It says, "Bitches started OnlyFans pages thinking you're gonna pop off now. You now know what it feels like to be a local rapper."
Fam, we get DMs from local rappers. DMs. There's always links in my inbox, fam. Check out my music. That's painful. But yeah, some of these OnlyFans lot, they lose their morale quick. Yeah. They start off thinking it's just going to be a couple foot pick here and there, going to make cake. Nah, fam. Next thing, they're spreading cheeks. Anything, because then no one cares. Literally, no one cares.
Someone tweeted, "Missionary because she doesn't wipe good." A lie. It's disgusting, isn't it?
That's horrific.
Missionary because she doesn't wipe good. That's
fucking disgusting. That's disgusting. Yuck.
Photoshop after getting the BBL is the type of greed they talk about in the Bible. Funny that is. Do you know the baddest thing about this? Oh my God. I've read this about 4 times. I've laughed the same.
Oh my God.
Every single time I've read it.
That's funny.
I've read this on the train here again. I was like, this is too funny. It's the type of greed they talk about in the Bible. That's making me sweat, James.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny, bro.
Fuck, that's making me laugh. I just want to know why do I see niggas who owe me money feeding their kids? I'm sweating.
Oh, I'm sweating. Wow. These are slaying still. These are good.
All right, there's this. I don't. You might not have seen it, but I saw this time ago. I remember seeing this years ago. There's a picture of a girl she's in like a one-piece suit. She's got her ass up, and there's a massive pizza next to it, and the caption is, "What are you eating first?" Okay. Someone quote tweeted that and said this: "Your ass, Cindy. Is that what you want to hear? That we'll eat your arsehole before we eat the pizza? You fucking whore." I'm actually sweating, James.
Yo.
He called her a fucking whore.
Yo. That's sweet as me, fam. Stop. That's so funny. Oh, bro. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's too funny.
All right. Niggas who get arrested for murder, rape, molestation should get BBLs before they get tossed into prison. I bet that brings the crime rate down. They would get absolutely dog-eared.
Nah, fam. Nah. That's meat.
Oh my God, I'm actually sweating, James.
I can see it, bro.
Oh, I'm actually sweating.
You're dripping.
I'm fucking hell. Oh, it's the funniest thing. I think dudes that feel weird around gay dudes are gay. You got to think about it. You can put me in a room full of the purest crack and I wouldn't even look twice. Why? Because I'm not a crackhead. Now you put a crackhead in that position. You see where I'm going?
He's shaking. He's so vexed. That's actually facts. People who hate gay guys are gay.
I must be.
1,000,000%.
Oh my, I'm hot.
I can see it, bro.
I'm hot.
I don't think you understand how much water's on your face right now. You're glistening.
It reminds me of the time I was shaking on the boat.
Fam, it's down your neck and everything. I can see it on your throat.
Fuck yeah, now. You can see my sweat on my throat.
Oh, it's jokes.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Fam, oh, hold on. I can't. I actually can't.
Fam, that Cindy thing has broken me. That's too funny. Yeah. Man feels so betrayed by his own libido, so frustrated by it. Oh. Is that what you want to hear? You fucking what?
No, I need to wipe my face. You man don't care. You man don't care. I need to wipe my face. I'll be right back.
I can't breathe.
I can't be right fucking back. I can't. Where's the tissue?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I need to outfit change the whole thing.
Oh fam. I don't think you understand how much that one's made me laugh. You want to hear that? What you asked before the pizza? Fam, that I feel that guy's pain.
Yeah.
Because you know on TikTok, that trend that was like, I want to know if I came to our first date wearing this, what would you do?
Yeah.
Frustrates me.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? I hate it. Because it breaks me down to my most primal form.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I want to know if I came out to shut. You know what I'm going to do.
I'm going to do bits.
And I hate that I'm going to do it. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh. You know you're banging. Shut
Don't
up.
ask me dumb questions. Basically, don't ask me dumb questions. Fuck.
Oh, fuck it hell.
You've been minding your business, enjoying life, being broke. Then here comes someone's high maintenance daughter talking about they have a crush on you. He said, not now, Lord.
Fam, there's cheeks I've had in my life that I was thinking, she could ask me for a bag and I don't know what I'm going to do.
You start contemplating if the bag is worth the next beat. I know
She
exactly
could ask me
what
for a
you
bag,
mean.
and I'm thinking, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? I can't lose this.
Nah.
It's too funny. It's too funny.
I'm sweating, James. I don't think you understand. I'm sweating under this jumper. Fucking hell. I think that's it for now. There's loads more.
All right.
But I'll save them for another day.
Fair play.
This is the funniest thread, bro.
Fam?
Twitter's the funniest place on earth.
Twitter is funny, bro. As soon as I saw that jerk thing earlier, I was twisted up, bro. I couldn't believe it. It's just not on.
Fucking hell. I love that bookmark.
So I've got one. Let me breathe. Let me actually breathe for a second. I've got a fan request. Oh, it's some other arsehole. Okay, gang. I didn't even know it was. Right. My boyfriend, so am I the arsehole, right? Mm-hmm. My boyfriend, 22, and I, 20, have been together, for over a year and pretty much lived together for the same amount of time. Mm-hmm. His family loves me and mine loves him. Everything is perfect, but he doesn't want his best friend, in brackets, they're really close. Well, it's his best friend, so obviously. He doesn't want his best friend to come over when I'm there. His last relationship was toxic. In brackets, he was the secret boyfriend. And now I feel like he wants to hide me too. He said he just prefers it that way, even though he met all of my friends pretty soon after we got together. Am I the asshole for feeling like I'm not good enough to meet his friend? P.S. Love the podcast. P.P.S. I'm 20 and I've already had a threesome. You guys are clearly doing something wrong. Ha, ha, ha.
The way you read that, you went from here and you sunk, bro. You were sinking when you read that.
Ha, is the ha ha ha? How antagonizing do you want to be? I'm 20, I've already had a threesome. You're clearly doing something wrong.
Fuck off.
The audacity. First, let's address that first. I'm not doing anything wrong.
It's just the way life patterned. It's just the way life patterned.
It's just how it is. And secondly, she's a chick. A chick can get a threesome with anyone.
Tomorrow.
2 girls, 3 guys, 5 guys,
whatever.
6 girls. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. She's new in the game, bless her. She doesn't understand.
clearly doing something wrong. Shut up.
Shut up. That's what I said earlier. Shut up. Shut up. Because I don't need to entertain nonsense. I just don't need to entertain nonsense.
Fair point. Right. So yeah.
Recap the thing again. Because
her and her man have been together for a year. They've been living together for basically a year as well. We won't unpack that. And
yeah,
she's never met his best friend, or if she has, she basically doesn't want the friend over or something. So they live together, but he will never invite his best friend over when she's there because he just because he used to be a secret boyfriend or whatever, and he's just insecure about his best friend and his girl being in the same house space. Apparently, even when he's there. So is she the arsehole for feeling like she's not good enough to meet his best friend?
I don't necessarily think she's an arsehole for that, because she's not in control of his feelings in that aspect. So she can't be an arsehole for that, if that makes sense. She can't be an arsehole for him, for his actions or his lack of actions. She can't be an arsehole for that. I can understand why she might think she's an arsehole purely because she's not getting introduced. But plain and simple, the answer is no. In my opinion, the answer is no.
Yeah, it seems weird. Like if he's introduced you to the family and you guys live together, I feel like her feelings are misguided.
Yeah.
Like when I read that, at not one point does it make me feel like he doesn't think she's good enough to meet the best friend. It sounds like he doesn't trust his boy or some shit like that.
The first time you read it twice now. The first time you read it, it made it seem as if, not necessarily made it seem as if, but it made me think that because he was a secret boyfriend in the past, that the boyfriend number one was probably his boy or a friend or someone that he
maybe.
knew. Hence the reason why he doesn't want to meet. He doesn't want his current girl to meet his current best friend. In my opinion, it sounds like he's maybe jealous of his best friend for God knows what reason.
Yeah, he might feel like he'll lose his girl to him. If he meets his girl, he might think, yum yum. Let me snack that.
That's what it sounds like, but
I would never take it, I'm not good enough to meet his best friend. You could take it from the perspective, maybe he thinks, like on the same side of it of like, maybe he thinks that his boy will try and move to her. Maybe because he knows girls can cheat, he might think his friend is buffer than him and might not want his girl to meet his friend because he's already been the sideman before and he knows what girls are capable of.
And like she said, she's had a threesome and she's 20.
Yeah, so fam, you're bragging about your sexual history to two strangers you've never met. God knows what you're telling your man.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
See how that spun on you.
Yeah.
See how that spun on you.
It back. Don't put us on the hot seat. This is our show. But I wouldn't say you should feel like you're not good enough to meet his friend. It seems like it sounds like your man's just got trust issues.
Oh, for sure.
He needs to address.
For sure he does.
He sounds like a bitch, to be perfectly honest.
He does sound like a bitch, but it's also one of them ones where you're very young. Well, this is me talking about the guy, not the girl, obviously. Like, he's very fucking young. Like,
he's 22.
He's 22. He's had a previous relationship where he was the sighting. He's trying to be in a relationship now, or he is in a relationship now, lives with the girl. 22, that's young, bro. That's young. You guys haven't had time to find out about yourselves yet, and you're living with someone else. I feel for me personally, there are a lot of factors here that are just not in my headspace or not in my dynamic. Like, I wouldn't live with someone at the age of 22.
Nah.
Like, I think that changes a lot about someone. Like, you've not found your feet. You don't know you don't know so many things about your life yet. But I don't know. It's hard for me to say because.
Well, I have lived with someone when I was 22 and it was trash, so there you go.
There you go.
And I didn't want to be there.
There you go. It's just...
it's tough, man.
It's different, man.
And I would say that he needs to be more self-aware. Clearly, he's got some issues with trust and his insecurities. And all that.
Oh, for sure.
This is all based on him.
Yeah, for sure.
And the fact that you guys live together, like you're at that stage of relationship and he still has these insecurities, that's something he needs to address himself. So you should probably just tell him, like, no offense, but like, you're being a bitch. Or you'll be like, this is not normal, bruv.
Yeah.
And regardless of this whole, like, I would just prefer it that way. And he's probably trying to belittle it and make it seem like it's not a big deal. And it's like, listen, it's no big deal. Like, you don't need to meet, he's my friend, not yours. You don't need to meet him. It's whatever. Like, he doesn't understand that it's like, big man, you're insecure as fuck. And like, I don't want a man who's insecure like that. That's baby chat.
Yeah.
What are you on about?
Yeah.
You're clearly scared about me meeting your boy. That's pussy or behavior. Stop that. That's icky the ick.
That That is.
That's
yeah.
ickity ick.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. If you put it that way, it is.
Yeah, I could never tell my wife's. She's like, oh, well, am I gonna meet Fuhad? You don't need to meet Fuhad. Why? I just prefer if you didn't. Yuck. You say why, and then if he asks why, and if she asks why, and I have to be like, well, you know my past. I've been someone's little secret before. It's not comfortable. I'm just not sure how I feel about. It's just my own issue. I'd just prefer if you didn't meet Fuhad altogether. You're a bitch. That's the whole thing. That's like when fucking girls go through your phone, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, I've been cheated on before. Shut up. That doesn't make any of this acceptable.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It really
literally
doesn't.
shut up.
Yeah.
So no, I would say you're not the asshole for feeling that way, but you definitely do need to tell your man to snap out of it. It
needs to be addressed.
And be like, yeah, there's literally no way that we can continue at this level in the relationship if I'm not even allowed to meet your friends.
Your best friend at
Your
that.
best friend.
And you live together, big man. You guys live together.
Yeah, that's as high as it gets.
It doesn't get any more than that.
So the boy's only loud around the yard when you're not there.
Nah, man.
That's dead.
That is, and it's such a weird dynamic because these are this is again for the guy, these are two people that you care about, quote unquote, the most. The girl you're living with and your best friend. Well, not the most, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, man, they're up there.
They're up there in the
Top
rankings.
5.
So it's like, why can't they be in the same room? So, it's clearly not your fault. You are not the arsehole, darling, but it's something you have to address to him. If you don't address
he's not
it
going
to
to
him,
address it himself.
If you don't address it to him, then you have to leave him. Because you just have to leave him. You just have to leave him.
Yeah, because it starts with this, and then
exactly.
There's things like this will never be the end of it.
Exactly. This is why you have to leave him now. Because there's always going to be more things he's not going to want you to do.
Yeah, that's the
want
thing,
you to be a part of.
When people have insecurities that are irrational, it never, ever, ever just stays with one thing. When they have that kind of trait, it will spread like wildfire to everything.
Yeah.
Next thing, bruv, he'll be telling you what you can and can't wear out.
Yeah.
And then he'll be saying, if you want to go out, I'm going to be picking you up.
Yeah.
And I need to know what time you're going to be home. And then you'll be asking, why? And he'll be like, well, I was the second boyfriend. Yeah. She used to meet me at 11 o'clock. She'd tell her proper boyfriend that she was such and such when she was at my house. I know how these things go. I need to be picking you up so I know you're safe. These things get worse and worse and worse.
Now.
Yeah.
Leave him now.
Yeah.
If you're not addressing it, leave him now. That's what I'm saying, darling.
Yeah, man. It's not on. That can't run.
It's really not on.
That can't run at all.
But fuck, yeah. I broke sweat in that episode.
Fam, I know you did.
Jesus.
I was going to take a week off.
Okay.
But your boy went through the comments.
Hit me,
and I've got some new Icks.
Ring him.
Okay.
You know me. I love him.
I know, bro. All right. Let's ickity ick. So, see, some of these are actually... Okay, cool. So this is at the point where now some of them are... They're all funny, but some of them are just too petty.
Yeah.
And it's time for us to fight back. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Hit me.
It's time for us to fight back.
That's hilarious, yeah.
All right. 1. When he can't get the chocolate out of the advent calendar. Fam? So pathetic, but...
I think I've read that one. This is a comment from a video.
This is a comment from a video.
Yeah,
Fam,
I've read that one.
have you ever... When's the last time you had an advent calendar?
Oh, years. I don't know.
Fam, I had one probably 3 years ago. I hate them, but I probably had one like 3 years ago. Getting that chocolate out, when you go to scrape it and you just scratch chocolate off the top and it goes under your nail and nothing's moved, I want to lob the whole thing. It's so infuriating, fam. And you have to try and tip it and tap it out. Yeah. And you can't even break the tinfoil.
Yeah.
Bitch behavior, but...
Specific.
Too specific, we need to fight back. Yeah. There's not that... I'm not having that.
Yeah.
I'm not having that. This one's an ick if I've ever seen one, bro.
Yeah.
When he takes the wrong seat at the cinema and gets told to move. Fam? Thank God that's never been me.
That's never happened to me.
It's never happened to me. And the thing is as well, I've always thought when it comes... this is the thing. When it comes to cinema dates that I've had in the past, when I was younger, like teens, maybe early 20s, like I've been on a date where the girl would be like, let's just sit anywhere. Or she'll be like, I'll be like, when you're booking the seats, she'll be like, I'll be like, where do you want to sit? I don't care. And then she'll just go sit. I'm like,
I'll see.
I'll be that guy, but our seats over there. We're E26. And she'd look at me like, yuck. Like, why? It's just a fucking seat. Like, why do you care? The reason I care is because I'm not sitting in next man's seat for a man to roll up to me and tell me move, and I refuse to move because I'm with my lady friend, and I'm thinking, there's no way next man can shift me out my seat. I don't care if he's paid for the seat. Once I'm sat here, I'm not moving. I don't want to have a physical confrontation in a fucking cinema. There's just no way. So I will always rather be the bitch first and be like, we're sitting here, so she has more time to get over it, rather than accept her decision, sit in the seat she wants, for next man say, get up. And then we've got a situation.
Because now you're fighting in the dark.
Now I'm fighting in the dark. And I could get smacked up and moved out my seat. And then be scrambling for my ticket to look where we're supposed to sit.
With the torch. The movie's just going.
Fam? The opening credits have rolled, fam. And I'm
hilarious.
just scattering for my ticket to see where we're supposed to sit. Too embarrassing. And I think it could get double worse. Because if you don't know where you're supposed to be sitting, you sit in next man's seat, he shafts you up. You could end up sitting in another man's seat and get told to move again. Your life's over.
You'd have to leave. I'd leave the cinema. Babes, we're not watching this movie today. Let's go.
I would tell her, just dump me now. Let's just get this process over with and dump me now.
Because
there's
the
no
group
way
chat
you
can't
can
hear about this.
There's no way you could get moved up out of 2 seats and expect to see her again. No way. That is one, for me, that's top 5 most valid icks I think I've ever read on the show. Top 5 most valid icks. As soon as I read it, I was like, ooh, that's perfect. This one, if you're in school, this one's the most valid ick you're going to get. When the top of the bus is packed and he has to go back downstairs.
James Duncan. You don't know how many times that's happened to me in secondary school.
Bro!
It's so embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
It's even more embarrassing when you get on an equally packed bus with loads of people waiting at the bus stop. And you think, fuck it, you're one of the first people on the bus. Fuck it, I'm going to go upstairs. No space upstairs, but you have to turn back round and there's about 17 men behind you. Everybody comes behind you trying to get upstairs. You're like, fuck. Fuck. Like, there's no space. And everyone can see your head there saying, there's no space, there's no space, there's no space, there's no space, there's no space. And you just have to be that cunt looking down, telling everyone there's no space. You have to wait for 17 men to move before you go back downstairs.
So embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, bro. When you get up that spiral stair and you just look over the bar and you can see there's no spaces. And then you look down, you're like, oh my God, my life's over. My life's over. And there's always a painting waiting down there as well. My life's over.
You've been preening her at the bus stop, you've been exchanging eyes.
Fam? And she sat downstairs like a proper citizen. And you come back down the stairs and there's no seats down there either. And you just there like,
standing there.
Sitting on that disabled step. Like a yacht. Never. That is bringing up painful memories.
It is.
I'm glad luckily I didn't have to take the bus to school. So it was rare that I ever had to go through that. But when I did, agony.
I can imagine.
Agony.
It was tough, man. It was shit.
Bro,
So shit.
Agony. Do you know what's another ick? Specific to the bus. It's exactly the same as when you're in the cinema.
Okay.
When you're on the bus on a sunny July, and you pull open the window and next man tells you to close it.
Fam?
When you're 15,
Fam?
feeling hot,
Fam?
you kiss your teeth, pull open the window, and Big Donny says, oh, close the window, man.
Fam?
And you don't even know who said it. You just heard decibels. And fam, you don't know what to do.
I hear you, but that's not even the worst one.
Oh, go on, tell me.
The worst one is because when you open the window on the top deck, especially if you open the window when you're in the back seat, obviously the breeze is hitting you at the back. Let's say I'm on the back of the bus, top deck.
Yeah.
I've opened the window in front of me, so the breeze can hit me.
Yeah.
It's 10 times worse when I've opened the window, I'm relaxed, and the brother in the seat there slams it. Fucking slams it. What do you do, brother? Because Johnny doesn't even look back. Fam? He slams it and faces forward. You're just there, like, you just have to accept it.
Fam?
That's happened to me more than once.
I want to rear naked choke him. I want to fucking choke him. Because that's a confrontation you want. Did you not just see me open the window?
Man just doesn't even look back, doesn't look, just
Bang.
bang.
That's confidence. That's confidence.
Fam, I was 14, I didn't have that back then. I couldn't open it again. I didn't want that confrontation.
Of course, because as soon as you open it again, fam, fight.
As soon as I've opened it again, my heart would quake, James.
Turn the camera off. I can't breathe.
You'd see me sink into the bottom of my chair.
Breathe. I'm gonna throw up.
Fam, the look back would make me quake. A young 14, 15-year-old Fuhad, I'm not on it. I'm not on it like that. I'm not on it like that. The man drew for the second window open.
No.
He didn't even he looked back at
Fam?
me. Oh, I'd shudder.
Fam,
I'd press the bell so I can get off before my stop.
my school honeyboo could never, ever see next man close my window. I couldn't.
Especially if you're sitting next to her.
Fam,
You man are chin wagging, feet up. Chin
trying
wagging.
to be cool. Trying to be cool. Yanked it open. She says, babes, I'm hot.
Say
I got
less.
you. I got you. Say
Say
less.
less.
Yanked
Bah.
it open. Slam.
You just look at babe. Babe looks like you.
Fam, you pull it open one more time. Slam. Looks back. Shaking.
He's looking at me. She's looking at me. I don't know what to look, fam. I wouldn't know where to look. That's just there. He doesn't even turn around. He just looks like
Fam,
that.
shoulder thing there.
It looks like that.
There's nothing you can do.
It's not. I fucking dare you to do it again. That's the look he's giving me. I fucking dare you to do it again. You small little prick.
Oh, no, fam. There's nothing worse than experiencing testosterone in your body, but realize you're still a boy. You're still a boy. Fam, I remember when I was in year 7, your boy's getting into his skin a little bit. It was a snow day. A fucking snow day. I thought I was bad. I don't know why. I just thought I was bad. I was rolling around with my boy Kevin on the way home. We're walking home from school. Snow day, and I was like a cyclist. He must have been in his 50s, cycling up the street. And my boy said, let's snowball it. I was like, gang, that sounds funny. Fam? He was cycling up the road, minding his own business. My boy goes, oi, mate, lobbed a snowball. I lobbed a snowball. He said, yeah? Fam, got off his bike and fucking chased us. We're running. And we split up. He decides to go for my boy. So I stop. And I'm like, run, bro, run. And my boy dips. Couldn't catch him. So he turns around and sees me waiting there. I'm like 11, fam. He walks up the road and he just gets bigger and bigger as he closer he gets. And he goes, yeah? Do you think that's fucking funny? Fam, I was stuttering. Man said, pop me in my head, drop me to the floor. I bounced on my ass. He bust me in my head and I bounced my ass on the floor. No girl from my year could have seen that, bro.
I'm surprised he didn't run.
From him?
Yeah. When he turned round and he said you saw him, blah,
It's
blah.
because there was nowhere to run but up the road. And it's snowing, fam. I would have slipped.
Okay.
So we were on a residential street.
Okay.
There's no side alleys. There's nothing. So you either go down the road, because it's like a steep hill. You either go down where Kevin went, where my boy chased him. But because he'd carried on chasing him, I wasn't thinking. I just stopped running because I knew he weren't chasing me anymore. Not thinking he's going to turn around and come back and I'm going to be stuck here. So it was either wait for him to thump me up or try turn around and slip on the ice because I 100% would have.
Yeah. The panic would have consumed you.
Fam, I froze.
You would have ran up like that. You would have ran up like that, yeah.
Fam, he came up, popped me on my forehead, put me on my ass and biked off.
And man said the closer he got, the bigger. I can imagine it. I can imagine it.
Popped me square on my forehead. I was so close to tears. And it made me realize I'm a child.
Yeah.
That's a man. Yeah. There was nothing I could do. As soon as we were face to face, I realized there's nothing I can do. That was mortality in its essence. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants to me here. There's nothing I can do. You fucking tucked me up and walked off.
Man said he bounced twice.
Fam, I bounced twice on my ass and just looked up, still shaking. Forehead swelling.
Backpack on still.
Fam, backpack on. School trousers murked, soaked through. So embarrassing. There's no way a female from my school could have drove past or walked past there.
I hadn't seen that. Never. Never.
I would have broken down. I would have broken down. Right. Next one. When there's no cars around, but he still waits for the green walk sign.
Oh,
Fam,
Baba.
that's not fair. That's not fair.
There's one I did see. It could be on your list as well. So, what was it? When he... I think maybe a guy wrote it for a girl. When he tries to... No, a guy wrote it from a girl for a girl. When she leaves the car and tries to slam her door, but it doesn't slam, so he has to then reach out, open it and close it again.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. I read that somewhere.
Yeah.
And that just reminded me because he said this car thing now.
Yes, bruv. So annoying. This one's a massive fucking ick. Sweeted me. When he drinks a glass of water and you can see his open mouth through the bottom of the glass. just go. I've seen that so many times, Fuhad. I've seen that so many times. It's fucking disgusting because you can see the ripple of the wave as the water goes down and comes back up down their fucking gullet. It's so disgusting, male or female. Yeah. Ick.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fam, when he holds his nose before going underwater.
I've seen that! You absolute pussy.
Fam, you're a pussy.
I've seen that.
If you can't exhale when you go in there, I think that's probably me. If I'm, to this day, if I'm pencil diving or I'm bumming, your boy's nostrils are clasped.
Yeah.
Clasped.
Yeah.
Have to. I don't know. But I know it's a nick.
Yeah.
I know there's so much a man can do in a pool that turns women off.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The shorts thing?
Fam, the inflated shorts, humiliating. Holding your nose, humiliating. Swimming towards you, humiliating.
Bagger splashing.
Fam, when you come up and you just got snot, humiliating.
Quick.
Fam, when you wipe and you got that one there, humiliating. It's all fucking humiliating. Fam, bloodshot, chlorine eyes, humiliating.
There's a lot that can go wrong for a man in a pool.
Yeah, a man who has a sexual appetite doesn't belong in a swimming pool. A man with any sense of sexual appetite does not belong in a swimming pool. That's a fact. Disgraceful, bro.
That's hilarious.
Backstroke, ick. Breaststroke?
Breaststroke?
Ick.
That's what I was thinking. So you said backstroke, I'm thinking Najee, breaststroke. Ick.
Fam, if you've got frog legs in the breaststroke, ick. Ick. Unless you're a professional, what are you doing? Don't breaststroke.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, bro. A real man doesn't belong in the pool.
Oh, my God.
It's painful, but it's true.
Oh, we've laughed today.
We have
today.
We have. Fucking hell.
The Photoshop BBL greeting, the Bible thing, that I've never laughed so hard. Every time I read it, I laugh exactly the same.
Fam, that's too joke. Twitter is actually
it's the funniest
belly of the beast.
It's the funniest medium, bro. I don't get it. People, like you said, the people that speak their
general
mind.
public, fam, the way they see the world is the funniest shit. Man, I said that's the type of greed that he talk about in the Bible. It's not fair.
Come up with stuff
it's
like
not
that.
fair how funny that is. Jesus Christ. But
broke me. That broke me.
Guys, so we said this before. You have to own your icks.
Yeah, man.
If we call your name, just stand up.
Yeah, just raise your hand, one of the two.
Some of them are getting so petty that we can't even bear it anymore. I know I don't want to dishearten the guys, but you, man, keep sending in icks that one I've heard a million times before, and two just aren't
They're not punchy.
that funny.
They're not hitting.
They're too. That's the thing. The reason the girls ones are so funny is because they're so pathetic. The guys ones are actually valid a lot of the time,
but they're not. It's not punchy. They're just not what we're looking for anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
We're looking for like the nuanced ones.
Yeah.
The ones that think that's so relevant, but who thinks of that?
Exactly.
That's what we're looking for. And guys, you're letting the squad down.
You are.
Yeah, you really, really are. But it is what it is. Maybe this just isn't our forte. Maybe it's just not our forte.
Maybe not.
But hey ho, what can we do, bro?
Yeah, man.
What can we do? Guys, this has been a great Monday.
It has.
I'm going to love you and leave you.
Yeah, man.
We'll catch you on the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Flick that notification bell. Chirps a ting in the comments. Come on over to patreon.com/ShxtsnGigs. Let's have a good time on Thursday. And yeah, man. Love, love, love.
Gang, gang, gang.